done it for me.
In today's world, financial stability and management have become increasingly critical and sensitive topic. The economic landscape can be challenging to navigate, making it essential for individuals, or you in particular, men who often assume the role of a family providers, to take charge of their financial matters. As head of the family, it is our responsibility to ensure the well-being and security of our loved ones. And a significant aspect of this involves effective managing our finances by developing a strong understanding of financial literacy, including concepts like budgeting, saving, investing, and debt management. We can better plan for the future and provide for our family needs. Today's presentation aims to provide an understanding of concept of financial literacy, as well as guide us in the process of financial planning, decision making, and ultimately achieving financial independence. That is the purpose for this evening's gathering. Definition of financial literacy, or what is financial literacy at all? Financial literacy can be defined in many ways. However, my simple understanding of it is that financial literacy refers to the knowledge and understanding of financial areas, concepts, and principles necessary to make informed and effective decisions regarding personal finances. Why is financial literacy and money planning very important to us as individuals or as head of the family, breadwinners? There are many reasons why financial literacy is a very important thing in the dispensation or current era, for several compelling reasons. Some of these are: number one, empowerment and sustains the financial well-being of individuals and their families. Financial literacy empowers individuals, or you, to take control of your financial future by equipping you with the knowledge and skills needed to make informed decisions about money management. In other words, it sustains your financial well-being and your family. If you acquire knowledge about finances, it will help you to plan well, to go about how to control your money. So let's go on. Number two is promoting individuals' economic stability, and that is financial literacy economically stabilizes the individuals, or you, by promoting responsible borrowing, savings, and investing behaviors, which can mitigate the risk of financial crisis. So if you acquire the knowledge today, it will help you to go about your responsible life. That is borrowing, savings, investing, and it will help you to mitigate the risk of financial crisis. Number three, Knowledge of financial literacy planning will help you in avoidance of financial pitfalls. Seek informed information, seek informed financial decisions, and plan for unexpected financial hardship. That is, financial literacy helps individuals or you to recognize and avoid common financial pitfalls such as overspending, impulse buying, high interest debt, and investment scams, thereby safeguarding your financial security. Number 4, financial literacy will help you to plan and budget within your means. That is, learn how to build a budget that works for you to ensure your goals and dreams are attainable, and take control of your finances and debt before debt takes control of you. So with all these advantages, I'm saying that overall, improving financial literacy empowers us to take control of our finances, make an informed decision, and achieve greater financial security and a well-being, peace of mind, and a brighter future for us and our families. All right. So simple steps to financial plan and budget your finances. Having known about all this, you have to now sit down and plan your finances. And how do you go about that? Know where your money comes. Money does not grow on trees, as we say. Most of our money comes from income we earn or work for. Example, from your monthly pay salary for the work you have worked for or earned from your own business. Ensure to stabilize your work for frequent and continuous cash flow, and manage your daily expenses. This is very, very important. First, you should know where you get all your income at the end of the month. If you are a monthly worker, salary worker, at the end of the month, you'll be paid 25th. From 25th to the end of the month is when you receive your salary. If you have any other side businesses, you know how the income comes. So you have to track them and know that this is my income. Then you can make proper budget about the spending. You cannot just pick money, spend. No. First, identify your source of income. If you are a monthly worker, when do you get your money? 25th, 28th, or 30th. You note all this. If you have any other side issue, know where and when and how they come. Track them. So you have your pool, where your inflows, where your monies come. Then you can sit down and do proper planning or make a budget for your income. So back to basics. Budgeting and calculations. Step 1, calculating your income. You do that. Step 2, calculating and tracking your expenses. If you don't know how to make budget, you can take 1 or 2 months as the month that you want to track every income that comes to you, then every expenses that you make in the house. And based on these 2 months data that you have put down, you can project and make your budget for the rest of the year. It will help you very, very well. So first, you calculate all the income that comes to you. Then also, you calculate the and track all expenses that you make for the month, and use 2 or 3 months to do that. It will help you to make a proper budget based on the first 2 or 3 months expenditure, income and expenditure thing. Benefit here is that this always maximizes your assets or the money you have and minimizes debt or money you owe to others. If you are able to do that, this is the benefit that you get from. Now, step number 3 and 4 is reducing your expenses and debt. Step 3 is determine where your money goes. So when you have set aside 2 months to track down all your income and expenditure, you sit down and determine where all this money goes by examining into your outflows. Over how your money goes out. It is very, very important. Number 4 is minimize your expenses. Know what you need, your necessities, and what you don't need, and avoid luxuries, and have the power to pay your debt if you owe. Amen. So over here, you set what the economists say, scale of preference. You list your needs. There are needs and there are wants. You want this, you want this. You need this, you need this. So you set priorities. Which is more important? Children's school fees or the upkeep of the house. So prioritize your expenditure. List them in order of importance. And based on your income, you meet them according to your priorities. Number 5, have it as your main goal and get your money to last longer. So if you have done this, you have listed all these 4 items, then the 5th one is that you always have this as your goal. You go by them. They have something we call budgetary control. You have made your budget. Now it is up to you to make sure you control the budget. You are saying so much will go into this. Make sure the money that you set for that particular expenditure is the same thing that you would spend. If you are not able to control the budget, then deficit comes in. That is where a lot of people owe. You owe here, you owe here, you owe here, and you can't stay at home. Always try as much as possible, when you have made your budget, to control your budget. And that is budgetary control. The benefit here is that it will let you know what you need and what you don't need. Avoid luxuries and have the power to pay your debt if you owe. So now, how do we calculate our income? So calculating income, always underestimate income and include or think of financial obligations and miscellaneous expenses. What I mean by underestimate income is that is one of the principles of accountants. We underestimate income. We anticipate loss rather than profit. So when I am calculating my income, I earn, for example, I earn 25,000 cedis. That is my fixed income at the end of the month from my employers. Then there are 2 or 3 other things I get income from, but they are not fixed. So in budgeting, I can only use my fixed income salary as 25,000 and make a budget for expenses on 25,000 cedis. By so doing, you have understated your income. So that is what I mean by underestimate your income and include or think about other. So, but your expenses, don't underestimate them. Make sure you list all your expenses. So, if you list all your expenses against your income, if you earn 3,000 cedis, your income is 3,000 cedis. But the fact is that by the end of the year, the end of the month, you would have earned about 3,800. So the 800 wasn't budgeted for. So at any point in time, you have 800 cedis that will help you to make other expenses. So, but your expenses, make sure you write everything down so that it will not affect your budget. But if you underestimate your income and it comes at the end of the month, it is a bonus to you. So, for example, when you are listening, think about your debt that you owe, your monthly petrol, your money for grocery, money for spouse, your household items, children's school fees, your books, car insurance, car maintenance, and other expenses that you incur, you by all means incur in that particular month. You list all of them before the monthly salary or income comes in. So you list everything. The miscellaneous expenses are unanticipated costs that arise unexpectedly, and they are not accounted for in regular budgeting or financial planning. These expenses can include emergency repairs, medical bills, car maintenance costs, or any other unforeseen financial obligations that may occur from time to time. You can create a small chart or table to track your monthly or net monthly salary. So we also have miscellaneous expenses. The miscellaneous, they are unanticipated. You don't know that your third born will fall sick. At the end of every month, when you are making your budget, you make budget for, say, 300 cedis for medical bills. But one particular week or the month, somebody will fall ill and it costs for more than 300. Those are the expenses we put under miscellaneous. So when you make your budget, you plan your finances, your cash, make sure you have set aside certain amount for miscellaneous, unforeseen expenses. You don't know whether it will come. Your car can break down or somebody can hit you, bang. And that expenses you haven't put down. You know you will buy fuel. For that one, you budget it in your monthly expenses. But hitting your car to the wall or the side curb or any other thing, that will bring extra expenses to you. You don't know. So you put them under miscellaneous and you carry on. There are all this. So in as much as you calculate or you track your income, you also track your spending. Major expenses are anticipated. Major expenses are anticipated costs that occur regularly and are known to be coming each month. All these must be taken care of. These expenses typically include recurring bills such as rent or mortgage payment, utility bills, insurance premium, loan payments like standing orders, and other fixed or predictable expenditure that form a significant portion of your household budget. Unlike miscellaneous expenses, major expenses are planned for in advance and are part of our financial planning and budgetary process. So over here, what I'm trying to say is that in tracking down your expenses, you group them into two. One is major expense, your major expense. They occur every month. You know you buy fuel for your car, so you make provision for that. You pay electricity bill, you make provision for that. Water bill, you make provision for that. They are all major. But there are others you can plan, but you make a provision towards that. And these are the miscellaneous ones. Unlike miscellaneous expenses, major expenses are planned for in advance and are part of our regular financial planning and budgeting process. It is advisable to cultivate the habit of keeping receipts or maintaining records of all expenses incurred throughout the month or in a notebook or a ledger. This practice helps in tracking spending, maintenance, and accurate budget. So over here, we are advised that we keep records of receipts and also records of other expenses in a notebook so that it can help you to plan very, very well. I have a friend, he has a box. All the school fees he has paid on his children, he kept them right from class 1 up to the university. He had all these receipts in that box. So I asked him, what are you going to do this for? He said, oh, it helps me. One day, when they grow, I select them according to their names. This I pay, this I pay. Then I show to them, this is what I did for you. It will help them. And I see it as a litigation be there. But trust me, if you keep records of your expenditure, it will help you. It will help you. And you know, say, even one day, if the woman accuses you of spending your money elsewhere, that one alone is your evidence. That look, this month I have paid this, I have paid this, I have paid. And you know my income is this. So tell me the monies that went somewhere else. So it is good to keep track of your expenses. So when we talk about financial literacy, this area too, you need to have knowledge about that. It will help you. Amen. Number 1, live within your budget and your means. As the adage or the proverb goes, cut your coat according to your size. It is important to match your expenses with your income and avoid overspending beyond your financial capabilities by prioritizing needs over wants and making prudent financial decisions. You can effectively manage your finances and avoid unnecessary debts or financial strain. So cut your coat according to your size. The other time, I think 2 weeks back, I was delivering a message here. It's one of the Friday evening service. And I told members who were present there that I called Sammy. I was in town and I feel like eating bush meat, fufu. So I called my friend Sammy. I said, Sammy, I want to eat bush meat fufu. Do you know a special place? So what's up for Achimota? Then Achimota Abofu area there, I will show you. So he gave me the direction. Then when I got there, I saw Posh Cars Park. And I said, this is the place I'm looking for. So I sat down and the lady came. I wanted to go there. So, oh, you sit down and order. It will come. So a young lady came to me. Then I said, yes, uncle, what do you want? I said, fufu. Then I said, yes. I said, how much? And I said, 10 cedis. They said, oh, 10 cedis is just small. And I said, so what should I buy? And I said, 20, 30. Then I realized I have come to a very fine place. So I said, okay, give me 20. Then he says, what meat do you have? He said, aprawa and grass cutter, akrantier. And I said, give me akrantier 1 and aprawa 1. Then the lady left. Then once I was sitting down, somebody's one fufu came. They served him, and I turned and I saw there was a smoked salmon. So I called the lady. You have smoked salmon? Give me. Then we finished. Then the girl bought the bill, 185. So right from there, she saw from my face. She said, "Many assisa. Why? I didn't plan to go 185 because if I give 185 to Kukua, we will eat about the soup will be about 3 days. 3 days soup running. We be dinner because dinner Saturday, dinner Sunday, dinner Monday. So, but I chop all at the same place. I said, wow. So what we are saying here is that cut your coat according to your size. All right. Number 2, estimate or reduce eating out. Eating out here means, oh, wifey, today let's go and eat out. Let's go and eat outside. We don't cook. So we gather all the children. There's a place at Jowulu called Palace Chinese Restaurant. Palace Chinese Restaurant. And we normally go there birthdays. So when one is celebrating a birthday, then we decide to go there. And for some time now, we haven't gone there. So the last time we decided to go there, not knowing the price has rocketed sky high. First, when we all go, we spend about not less than just around 500 cedis, all of us. But today, when we go, we spend about 2,600. Wow. So if it is occasion and the whole year we have all gone out once, fine, we make a budget for it. But their food is fine, you know, Chinese something is good. But if you make your mind every month, let's go. Every month, let's go. My brother, one year, something will happen. So you eliminate and reduce eating out. Dining out sometimes is good, but dining at a restaurant or ordering takeout can be significant expenses, especially if done frequently. By preparing meals at home more often with locally produced foods, you can save a substantial amount of money on food costs. For instance, driving to the village to get food crops instead of buying it is expensive in the cities. Yes. So you make your mind that when you travel out to your village, occasionally we visit because funerals and other things and family meetings. So when you go, you make sure you buy some foodstuff from the village because over there, it is less expensive. But in Accra, everything is expensive. When you practice that, you kind of reduce your expenditure at home. Amen. Then the next one is grow locally green vegetables and food crops at your backyard garden. Starting a home garden to grow your own vegetables and perishable food crops can be an excellent way to save money or on groceries while also enjoying fresh organic produce. Here are some of the benefits and tips for starting your own vegetable garden. So for some time now, I haven't seen it on his Facebook wall, Reverend Parkwesi Blanche. For some years back, I saw him planting okra, pepper, and other stuff in his backyard. And it was doing well, and he was showing it on his Facebook wall. All these things help to reduce cost. So if you live in your own house and there is a backyard, there's a portion of the land not utilized, just begin to spread water on it, water the land to fertilize it, or you can walk to Agrimite and buy some of their products. to fertilize your ground, to plant certain things. And trust me, in my house, I have a pear. It is the best pear in the whole world. If I give you one, every year you ask me, so can I have your pear? Very nice. So I don't buy pear outside. Pear season, I have enough to take. Amen. So one of the means that you can reduce your expenses is to get certain foodstuff, vegetables planted in your backyard. And at the due time, the season comes up, you will get it. Some even grow corn. Corn is 3 months. So corn season. Very soon we are entering into the season. By April, May, the rain starts and you can plant corn and other things. In 3 months, you get corn. So you won't buy corn. And that will help you to reduce your expenditure. By reducing eating out and preparing meals at home more often, you can save money, eat healthier, and take control of your food expenses. This simple lifestyle change can have a significant impact on your overall financial well-being. By planning and starting your own vegetable garden, you can enjoy the satisfaction of growing your own food while saving money and promoting a healthier lifestyle. Happy gardening. So we should do that. Now, I have listed recommendations for getting extra income to ease the burden of financial instability. So these are my recommendations. There are various ways to generate extra income to alleviate financial instability. If time permits, we can go on to explain. Here are some of the effective means that can assist us. Engage in part-time employment. You need to get more income, especially in Ghana now. If you depend solely on your salary, it will be very difficult to meet your house demand. So you try as much as possible to engage in part-time employment. Take a part-time or temporary job to supplement your income. This could involve working in the evening, weekends. Like if you have a car, you can do boat or trotro or what do you call it? Uber. All these things will help you. Weekends or during your free times in roles such as retail delivery services, offering services on platforms like Uber, Bolt, and other things will help. This platform allows you to earn money on flexible schedules by providing transportation, running errands, a complete task for others. Then also, number 2 is online courses and coaching. Create and sell online courses and tutorial. A coaching. If you have skill of impacting or teaching, engage. There are people who are rich and want to pay extra for their children's extra classes. Engage them. Go and teach them. I quite remember those days. I was teaching the 2 girls at Dansoma, accounting. So every Saturday morning, I would drive all the way. I used to live at Abeka. So I would drive all the way to Dansoma to teach them and come. And I was getting a very nice income from them, their parents. The father was in the US and the mother was at Dansoma. And they were very pleased because they wanted their child to be as with the father in the US. And you need to pass the exams. So they engage me as a part-time. So online courses these days, because of the internet, availability of internet, you can arrange. Some of the parents, you can teach them. You give them assignment online and they will work it and send it back to you. Then occasionally you meet them and explain, do explanation and other things. It can earn you money. You can also do home-based business. Start a small home-based business, selling products, offering services in areas such as crafting, baking, catching, and like Sunday after church, you see at the back there, and they are selling sobolo, they are selling meat pie, they are selling this, they are selling this. All of these are home-based business. That is not their main business, but it supports them. And for you to know, every Sunday they can make about 200 or 300 cedis from that. And that can take care of their weekend expense. So it is very good that you do something on your own to support your income. My remarks here is that by exploring these various means of generating extra income, you can ease the burden of financial instability and work towards achieving greater financial security and independence. My final conclusion. In conclusion, financial literacy and planning are indispensable tools for achieving financial stability, security, and prosperity. By understanding key financial concepts, developing effective budgeting and saving habits, making informed decisions about your spending, investing, and debt management, and by embracing these principles and integrating them into our everyday life, we can take control of our finances, reduce financial stress, and achieve greater financial freedom and peace of mind. Remember, have it as your main goal and get your money to last longer. Thank you to everyone for coming. Amen. Amen. So, question time now.
Is there a situation that one will earn an income that is so little that it becomes very difficult to plan on that income? If possible.
Yes, so that is what is happening in Ghana. Let me give you one example. Last 3 days, I am managing a man who lives in the US, his home for him. This man pays the cleaner 800 cedis. But when I took over, I asked him, how much is your salary? Then he said 1,000. So I paid him January 1,000 and February 1,000. When I reported to the man that I paid the cleaner 2,000 cedis for January and February, he said, why? Then I said, well, I asked him. I didn't go into what he was getting before you said I should manage your home for you. But I asked him, how much is your income for the man? Then he says, 1,000 cedis. So I paid him 1,000. Then the man asked me, could you? I don't have a problem paying her 1,000. But my worry is, I don't want anybody to take advantage of the fact that I live in the US. So he wants to dupe me. Then I told the man, the situation in Ghana now, prices of goods and services have gone up. So if you pay somebody 1,000 cedis, it is just about 30 cedis a day. And Mr. 30 cedis a day will not do anything. She can't even plan. But that is what she's getting. So let's maintain the 1,000 or pay her $100 a month. and that will be about 1,300. And the man said, okay, thank you. So he sent me a thumb up like this. Income level in Ghana is low. And that is a fact. It is low. You can't budget anything from your income. Imagine you are taking about 3,000 cedis a month. You go to the village and tell them, my salary is 30 million, 3,000. Hey! Before me black cry, they will tell you that. But I tell you, 3,000 cedis is 100 cedis a day. And cocoa now, they start from 3 cedis. 3 cedis. Then Kose have to come. Then where you go to work, so if you have about 4 children and they are all schooling, and you earn, especially those who work with the security companies, the money goes to the company, and the company pays them about half. So those boys, you see them there, maybe the church is paying about 1,500 for one person, but what comes to them will be about 600. And if you have a wife and children, how do you budget on 600 cedis salary? So your question, it is like that. Some of the monies that we receive, you can't make any budget. But we are trying to say that whatever money that comes to you, sit down with it and plan a bit. Women are very good in spending. So if you know it is, then call your wife. Jack, this is how much I am getting. So help me. How do we run the house? They say, you give me this. And see. I use 185 to eat fufu and aponching cracker. But the woman will not do that. He will go to the main market and buy stuff there and cook and leave some in the fridge for the children to take to school the next day. So it is all about planning. So financial literacy, all that we are saying is that get to know how to plan with the little that comes into your hand and go along with it. That's it. Thank you, sir. Yes, any question?
Please, in this time of, I want to touch on what do you call it? Raising or
Extra income.
extra
income. Yeah.
In these days of sporting betting and gambling, is it a way of raising money, or can one resort to such avenues? And what's your take on that?
You see, you need income to supplement whatever you are getting from your full-time job. So you don't hope on something that cannot be assured, say, it will come. The probability that you will lose is far above your hopes. It is like lotto. Let me use the first time I stake lotto. I was working with Ghana Education Service. This was 1985. And some spiritualists came there and said that his church members are crying for money, money, money. So he talked to an angel and he said that this week he will give them lotto number. And that will change the fortune of the members. And this man happened to be my boss. And he was also a member of that church. So Friday evening, Friday morning, he came to office and said, Kojo, get your account staff ready. Tell them what I promised you last week. This is the time. Then he gave us the number. Hey. Then all of us, the account staff, we decided not to tell anybody. So we went out and put it on it. Fine. I'll be in the house on Saturday, then I'll think if I end this, it is not enough. Then I'll call my brother that, can you borrow me so much? My brother said, why for? And I say, I need it to do something. Then I'll get it. Then I'll go and topple it. Not knowing my colleagues were also doing the same thing. We were, okay. There's a taxi driver in my house, Kwame Jemfi. I promise him, Kwame, I'm working on something else. By Monday, I'll change your taxi for you. You see how you build your hopes. If you don't take time, what you are using to pay your children's fees, you use it to go and bet. Because the high hopes is such that then lo and behold, those days, the drones are done only on Saturdays. So Saturday evening, I went to sit by the thing. Immediately they finished the news. Now National Lottery. The man gave a single 319. The first number. The numbers are single 3. I nearly collapsed that day. When they mentioned the first number, then the others followed. Quick. Where Dutch? No 19. My brother, for 5 months, I was still paying debt. This is all I can tell you. So don't bank your hope on lottery or betting because you cannot be assured. There's no assurance in this that you will win. No. What's up for?
The president
So BC Keswa. What in your budget? Yeah.
Because let the one the Buddhist pride. We got so the Buddhist pride. But set the being neighbor and set this one. I said with the Uber so sure. So sure. I never
Deba.
So that I will tell you, it's only that you said, any community, and it just said, we do not share Sika. Number 2, na Yami assets on there, look at the Iraq. We should have said, great. And that, and what we seek, say, and as I said, getting a political point, or is it a say,
Okay. Auntie, near kind and say, yeah, this year, actually the purpose of this study. And it said, Ubenya nimdie bi say, bibiara eba onsemu bia, ubetimi ahihye enoma yie, na wahu okwan a obefa so a ubetimi aspend na de relief ana ahoto bi abrew kakra. Eno ene yadesua nyina fapem. Na enti a mpanifo ka omtibo omu say yemesua no. Ene say, e wo say yenya saa adwen enti me no wo ya adwen say sika no sua se den kurara e wo say o plane enti na mmerɛ na meka wei no mede December bɛhyɛ mu sɛ ɛyɛ busumi bi a wodi a 25 obi a ɛwe akokɔ ade nti na wode ɔnwie bi mmerɛ ko a yɛtua wo ka ɔsɛ wo nso wie bi nanso mpanimfoɔ bu bɛ sɛ ɔbanyansafoɔ odi nkosua a ɔbɔ dompe mu ase kyerɛ sɛn yɛn nyinaa ɔkyɛ nkosua ma yɛn nyinaa nea ɔyɛ nyansafoɔ wɔ mu no ɔde ne nkosua no ba akɔhyɛ akokɔ ase na akokɔ no ada so na ohwane a na wanya akokɔ sɛ onya akokɔ a saa akokɔ no ɔbɛto nkosua ɔbɛnya nkosua awe ɔbɛsan awe ne nam nti ɔbanyansafoɔ di nkosua a ɔbɔ dompe mu aseɛ no no nti sɛnea wo sika tie biara ɛwɔ sɛ wotumi plane na mesan so kaa sɛ ɛmaa no nim sika a yɛde kɔdwa so no wɔn nim paa because ɔbaa biara ni hɔ a ne nkɔlaa no ɔnni nea wɔn bɛdi ɔkyena a ɔde 185 baako di fufuo na wabɛtena fie papa n'ano ho no ɔde bɛyɛ nkwan nti na ɛwɔ sɛ nea ɛtie biara wo plane wo sika ɛne wasetena wo sika sɛm ɛwɔ sɛ wo plane paa ɛno deɛ ne woyɛ adwene baako ɛna second one no nso second one now so saying ɛhe nyɛ nyame hyehyɛ very good nti nea mepɛ sɛ obiara te aseɛ nnɛ ɛne sɛ Awurade nhyira ɛna ɛma obi yɛ ɔdefoɔ ɔbrɛ adwuma nka ho bi nka nte saa nka mmoa nyinaa nea ɔwɔ sika paa ne donkey kɔsɛ dwumadenden nyinaa no yɛde ne yɛ nti mmerɛ a yɛsua ɛkwan yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛhyehyɛ yɛ sika sɛm yie no yɛde yɛn nidasoɔ nso nyinaa wɔ Awurade mu waka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɛwɔ talent no yɛn ɔma yɛn ma wɔn sika no ɔbaako nyaa 5 na ɔbaako nyaa 3 na 2 na ɔbaako nyaa 1 5 ɔdɔbɔ no 3 or 2 double no 1 no sɛ ne deɛ ni sua dodo nti o decide sɛ ɔnyɛ hwee ɛna ɔte fie na ne wura ne baa no kɔyi na adeɛ na ɔde maa no. When I was working with Bentry Limited, the office is located at airport. There's a lady who sells fried plantain. Na about 12 o'clock kasa apake wo fried plantain no kokwa ya tutu ene nkate. One day me interview no na say customers there special. I say brother, sana Nyankopon bo me sika ni hia na me de aye adwuma no ni hia nkofo millions ni bio me de media ne ya me de top brode 200 pieces every day na me nkate me ya na me che me wo sika sen ni kunu so ye adwuma wo company kese mu pa so me wo sika sen onim so se me wo sika sen. The woman told me this. Enti eto da bi a Awurade no hira na me hwe sesi a ofre sister bi a ofo se ohia moa opese oboa na busa ne se eda adwuma na opese oya obeka se sesi a de se kwan so ko na aba o China ibi tempo se moboa me de a mama me bi na me so me nya den me nkọ kwan so me nkọfa ne ma fi China meton meanwhile Togo kra onko fa ne ma fi ho ma ada enso opese o hyase na o hyase with China Kotogo na customs fo nsizi woni oma na hu ba bi a wo de behye na fi ufiri ho a wa move akọ Nigeria na asa na wenye wa nu na hu sese ya bi e medu ne de me kọ China nti so for me de me hu ne se Awurade na ohyira anipa ye de ani to Awurade so ye ma ye ni ne ye den a o se ye fa ye nsa nya adwuma nti mra ye adwuma no hwɛ yen youth ni mrantie ya na ya be gina mu ma asafui 20 years ago na school for nkwa ye nyina dodo no na ye school for and I said min ko 30 years ago na school for nkwa na so obiara ni brace me de me hu be hye we mu meye sei and Awurade atọ nsuo aguso and look at the people that we see. Paying the drawer, hey, see from a casa ya paki was and it shows say Radi Wumua, and don't neglect God in whatever you are doing. So for well, I will say, and so with me the beer can one, Yebepe. Fabika home.
Maybe I'm not trying to it was said, getting the very plan. And what that plan is more easy. Say that we do. Okay, and I finish. Bible says, "One that's always so see that." I want to know who say the very apostle and what faith. I could hear you say Christ to you, Christ to you. So I will leave you. Everywhere, planning, a son. Everywhere here is Patanus. Now, pioneer, you are the unseen hand. Your destiny helpers. And you know favor. And you know power. And you have the ability. It's like that. But say you are also here. And you say also, you kind now also here. It's plan here. Don't take God out of it. But you say, it is possible. So I am coming. Over the sun. How does it happen? Every time you are trying to be like that, what by the time you witness it happening, you are already produced. This is the soul. Every time you are already the soul, you are already there. This is our own village. You are friendly. Also, that was the right vision. It is a kind of society where we never. That's what friend said. Or we pass to into the car, into the human. Who said we are society both angles, like now we need a free one. Cell phones
Amen.
Shall we do it for him? Shall we do the clap for him? Shall we do the clap box?
Tobechuku, 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 he has done it for me.